Hello, welcome to Verandah Antiques. Today I'd like to share with you 5 unique stories about 5 different pieces that I have, pieces that were made with integrity and that have a tale to tell. It's the history of the piece that makes it really interesting. So here we are. Here we have a very unique 14 feet by 18 feet Persian carpet from Mashhad, and it's signed by the weaver, and it's from 1908. What's really rare about this piece is it's an Ardabil pattern, which was originally in the Victoria and Albert Museum, and this carpet came from the estate of a gentleman in Scotland, and it has this beautiful, if you look at it from an aerial perspective, fountain in the center with 2 hanging lamps on each end, and the 4 walls and a garden within, which makes you feel like you're in your own safe sanctum, in your own private space. It's also got beautiful natural dyes, so you see indigo and madder root and walnut shell and lettuce leaves. So it's an absolutely exceptional piece, and very rare these days to come across a piece of this scale made from lamb's wool from a city in Iran which doesn't even exist anymore. The second piece I'd like to speak about is this beautiful Amwa, which was supposed to be an all-in-one piece made for a British officer, uncompromisingly made from teak wood and rosewood. And as you can see, the rosewood was specially carved by hand to look like bamboo. This was done in the chinoiserie style, which was very popular at the turn of the century. And there's great thought that went into this piece and attention to detail. As you can see, the pyramid glass mirrors, the cut glass handles, the brass hardware, and just the structure and conception of the piece, where you have a section here for clothes, a section for books, a built-in secretaire that opens up and becomes a wonderful writing, a jotting table, and drawers as well. The piece has got these finials which are very prominent, and at the base it's got very unique curved feet. So an exceptional Amwa, not to be seen again. Another piece I really like is this beautiful dragon and phoenix Chinese minister's chair, which is masterfully made, hand carved from mahogany, and carved at the front and the back. And as you can see, the arms are beautifully carved to look like dragons. Then you have the phoenix in the back and curved legs. What's wonderful about this chair also is because it's a minister's chair, one is forced to sit upright on it. You can't slouch on it. And I found that to be very apt. And it's just a remnant of bygone craftsmanship. You will never see this kind of carving again. It has great presence, and it would make a very unique conversation piece. The other piece which is very unique is this Art Deco Armoire, which was actually made for the British when they were in India, and it was commissioned. So what I find very unique about this piece is it has a very Art Deco theme, which would have been essentially very British. It has these curved edges and clean lines, but then it has something which is very contrasting, which happens to be the lotus flower, which is a little bit of mischief, I think, put in there by the Indian craftsman. I don't think that was commissioned. It's very unique to India. But what I like about this piece is the symbiosis of the 2 different cultures, and how, despite the fact that India was under colonial rule, there was a wonderful relationship and something that stemmed from it. And the byproduct is really quite amazing because this Art Deco piece is uncompromisingly made from beautiful Burmese teak. It has lovely honey grain, and it's got a piano hinge that's running down the side, and excellent lines, no veneer, solid wood. It's a wonderful specimen of the Art Deco era. This is a mahogany partner's desk from England, and it's a very unique piece because it's got drawers on both sides, and it's also on casters united by a stretcher at the base, and it's got the original old leather top which has a lovely red patina with gilt work and brass hardware which surrounds the piece. Really very high-end partner's desk. Dovetail joints inside, and a nice scale. Some of these can be very large, some of them can be a bit too small. This one's just the perfect size. So it's a very functional piece and would look great in an office or in a den or in a study. There's a funny story that I can narrate with regards to partner's desk. There were two brothers who were once at good terms with each other, and so they used to share an office and work together, and it so happened that they were lawyers and they shared a partner's desk as well between each other. But then something went wrong one day and their relationship got sour, and there's another gentleman I knew who was a lawyer who narrated this story to me, and he had to serve them some papers. And when he went to serve them the papers, he noticed that they're still sharing the same office so as to save money. But they wouldn't talk to each other, and in fact they had a partition between each other while they were sharing the partner's desk. So the moral of the story is, if you're going to be using a partner's desk with your partner, make sure you're on good terms.